Cream pies should be the dessert served at every baby shower, am I right? So we're revisiting Alakazam MEG. Yes, I probably should have saved this for February or March because it's a rotating card and, you know, maybe Pokepad's coming out, but we're going to see. Okay, this card isn't doing great. You know, 120 damage isn't very much in this day and age, especially when you can't put too many Gust cards. You know, I have it with his Pathra. We got Arbok, we got Jellicent, we got Mimikyu. I got a deck with all 3 Alakazam. There we go. So yeah, we got everything. You know, I faced Dragapult earlier, and as soon as I put the Battle Cage down, they had a Jamming Tower. And that's something I'm going to be mentioning in one of my videos coming up, is that, oh hey, Nighttime Mine is a pretty good card, but guess what? They're always going to have the Jamming Tower. And if you don't know what Nighttime Mine is, let me, you know, it's like how I Am Legend's mom is mine in the nighttime. So yeah, here's Nighttime Mine. It just increases the attack cost to Terras by 1 pip. But the problem is that they'll always just have the Jamming Tower. Like, it was literally as soon as I put the Battle Cage into play, they were just like, yep, I just have the Jamming Tower. No big deal. So this is one of my top 10 cards, believe it or not. In the, it's one of my top 10 cards in the top 10 Ascended Heroes cards. Because I don't know if you've noticed, but after Pokepad, there's not a whole lot. So it's going to be quite the low quality top 10. It's, you know, I'm starting to go through my videos and I'm prepping as if, well, this is bad if they have Gust cards. Only the Central Head has a brain. Well, what ones have multiple heads? It's Exeggutor. Exeggutor has multiple heads. Hydreigon. It's probably Hydreigon. I would say it's Hydreigon. These nuts. Yeah, good luck coding Parallel City. Oh, Metagross is a good one. And Lena, I don't think we're going to have enough for a top 10 in the upcoming sets. Okay, so this is a terrible matchup for us, but what if we win the game? Oh, wow, we can't win the game because they're just going to have a Sharknado and we have, we're pulling double duty here. Okay, so I think they just automatically win this game because the Sharpedo don't have abilities. All right, well, let's go. Just in case, I guess I have to go double dudes. And then we'll go and get a, yeah, we'll get this, and I mean, I guess just an Alakazam EX, because why not? And then Dunsparce down. Okay, so we want them to take the knockout of the Ekans. That's fine. But yeah, so the whole point of Arbok is that they can't play Pokemon with abilities. And then, of course, yeah, the first game we play is against a deck that doesn't have many abilities. And Cyanide and Happiness, welcome in. But Lena, yeah, so Ascended Heroes is not a good set. Perfect Order will not be a very good set. Oh, God. Luckily, I kept all the Lilies in the deck, so of course we didn't get any. Nick, no, I would definitely go with ZA first. Because Arceus is quite difficult. Legends at A is not. So I would say go for the easy ones first. That's usually my plan with women as well. Ooh, I can drag them down. I mean, the odds of me hitting my worst matchup are about the same as me flipping heads on drag down. But they have Pecharunt. My bad. They have Pecharunt. Okay, well, we definitely lose now. So let's go you and you. And then Town Store. We'll go get the Evolution. And there we go. There we go. So let's just go get one, I guess one Kadabra, one Dudunsparce, or let's just go double Dudunsparce. Right? I have Rare Candy in the deck somewhere. We're going to be able to activate Wondrous Patch. We're going to lose bigly. It's fine. But yeah, don't go for Arceus for, well, I mean, how old is your kid? I guess would be the question. And well, Lena, if we continue this trend, so remember, Phantasmal Flames is 94 cards, Perfect Order is 88, Chaos Rising is 86. So then the August set will have like 82 cards in it. ABC? No, what I'm saying is that we're going to be fine, okay? That's what you don't understand is we're going to be fine. You know I don't look at what's happening. I actually have my my screen is covered. That's the problem with this whole thing is that my screen is covered. Okay, so we'll we have it. The good news is that we have it. The bad news is that we have to lose everything, including our pants. All right, so we get rid of that and that. We go for Alakazam EX. Yeah, if we keep going this direction. But I imagine what they're doing is it's just sort of because of how Mega Evolution is being handled, they're probably going to fix it again with whatever the next generation ends up being called. So I imagine this is just temporary because we're in, you know, we're in like a middle generation instead of D-Generation X. Yeah, so Gen 10 is probably when they'll, you know, Ben 10 is when they'll start fixing things, I would imagine. Okay, so we can start potentially doing things here. There's a chancey we can do things. All right, well, let's go get a Dunsparce. Actually, let's just go get this guy. All right, so as long as they don't have a Gust card, we're fine. And I can just do things to them that they won't like. Yeah, they... press 1 if you want me to jack your mind. And no, you don't need to go in order. They're completely unrelated. It's sort of like how, you know, I'm not related to my stepsister. So it's like she's fair game. But yeah, the set sizes... Well, no, remember Fusion Strike had like 260 cards in it? Remember when we used to have sets with 260 cards in them? Those were the days, weren't they? And they got the Gust card. Because of course they got the Gust card. Why wouldn't they get the Gust card? Because of course they did. That's so stupid that, you know, of course they would get it. How dumb I am. I'm such an idiot. Of course, you know, an Iono to 4 would mean they get the Gust card. What a dumb idiot I am. How stupid can you be playing Pokemon cards, am I right? God. This game is great. All right, so we have to go get... I mean, I guess if I just knock out the active, we have a chance. So let's go Battle Cage. And then... yeah, I mean, we have Tulips, so we got 2 lips, so press them together and blow. All right, so then we go 1, 2... I mean, the Clefairy's not the dumbest thing in the world. All right, so there we go. We're wearing a bra. Let's go Devolution, Ghost Eye. I mean, I can't... I mean, I guess I have to just put the Alakazam into play and be like, sure, let's see what happens. And then we go De-Evolution. All right, so they're going to have another one. I like how they did the healing thing, too. Yeah, remember back in the day when Fusion Strike had 260 cards in it? That was a fun time, wasn't it? So this is game 1. Yeah, we got our worst matchup with the Arbok build. You know, as long as they, you know, couldn't get anything going. Scenario? Have you looked at the world today, Scenario? Have you seen the world today? Have you seen what the world is like today? All right, let me guess. They just got it again. What they could have and probably should have done... Oh, no, did they just have the Mochi attach? If they just have Mochi attachment, that's bad for us. But the reason I attached to the Mimikyu is because I can knock out a Toxel. And they might just be going call for family. So, of course, naturally, we don't have an Iono to put them down to 2 cards, because that would make way too much sense. And PDC Gel Dev, that would explain what's going on with your computers over there. You're just playing computers from back in the day. All right, so let's get TM Evolution and play with our balls. I would like to... I mean, I have to knock out the Toxel. And then... yeah, let's just give him the old pink eye. All right, well, we are just, you know, I do put supporters in my decks. It's hard to believe, but, you know, there's 4 Lillies in the deck. Remember when we had that Lillies at the start of the game and then we got judged and then we never found one again? Fun times. You know, we got 4 Lillies in the bottom 19 cards of our deck. And yet we Iono'd them into a bosses. Because life is fun. So actually, this is what I'll be playing on Thursday. I'll be revisiting Sharpedo on Thursday. So that will be what we're looking at on Thursday is Sharpedo with Kangaskhan, and then I'll be, you know, I'll play some other Pedo decks. Oh my goodness. Oh man, this is great. This is awesome. This is great. You know, the PTC GL dev shows up and my opponent gets the perfect matchup and they get bosses every single turn and then they fart on me and give me pink eye. It's just it's a wonderful combo. All right, where are we? We're at 1484. More like 1984 with how the PTC GL dev is treating me. Well, no, Grimmsnarl's fine, right? Because Grimmsnarl has an ability. All right, let's go first and see if we can not lose somehow. I mean, we will. But let's go first and see if we can somehow not lose. And PTC GL dev, we played Sharpedo 2 months ago. You're 2 months late to make that joke. You know, ironically, you've gifted a sub, but you randomly have not subbed to me. Again, Venusaur has an ability. Those are all fine matchups. And never gonna let me down. Probably isn't. No, it's. Okay, this is great. If only we were going first. Oh, we are going first. Okay, this is really good. So they're not gonna know what's gonna hit them. I'm gonna hit them right in the balls. Oh, this is amazing. Okay, so there's a battle cage. We probably want to save that. Okay, so is this freaking Sharpedo again? Is this literally Sharpedo again? And oh no. Well, it doesn't matter because Absol doesn't have. They're gonna get Precious Trolley, aren't they? They're going for Precious Trolley. Oh, wait, what? Oh, so it's just Kangaskhan? Or is it realistically Absol? Which is, you know, also bad. I guess it is just going to be Absol? Yeah, there it is. There it is. Yeah, Trolley Prize is probably a safe bet. Oh, man. Well, they can't put anything else into play, at least. And look at how the Absol's HP hasn't changed yet, because they played too quickly. So PTC GL took an extra 10 seconds to figure out how to, you know, be a usable game. All right. Well, let's put you into play. Let's get these guys going. And then I think what I have to do is put Dunsparce Mimikyu. Okay, let's go Arven. And yeah, we have to kind of just go real quick here. I mean, the problem is if I get rid of the... I don't really want to get rid of anything here. I mean, I guess the Alakazam. So we do that. We put an energy on the Arbok. We go TM Evolution. And then we Evolvify this guy and this guy. Oh, wait, hang on. We gotta make sure we don't screw this up. I mean, we probably will. But we gotta try not to. Okay, so this is back-to-back horrible matchups. Not only is it 2 dark decks and dark hits Alakazam MEG for weakness, but it's 2 dark decks that don't have abilities. So that, you know, this deck does really well against Dragapult, so of course we're not going to face any Dragapult. And would you look at that? Oh my god, of course. Of course. Who could have expected such a thing that they just had the bosses? Yeah, at least they play fast. You know, they like the women that I spend extra money on. They're fast and loose. All right, and then I guess we just do that, and then draw 3, and then fail miserably. Cool, we got a Lillies. That's great. They're still probably going to have another bosses somewhere, which is fantastic. Okay. I mean, I guess I go for Dunsparce. Dunsparce? Because I'm gonna I have to play with my rod, which is super unfortunate. Because if I don't play with my rod, they're gonna get rid of it. But I guess that's fine. But it's also not. I guess that's fine, but also it's not. And then, I mean, they're either gonna get rid of the Dunsparce or the Battle Cage. And you know I don't play IRL. But Nick, I'm not dropping any frames and my bitrate is holding strong. Yeah, they'll get rid of the cage if they have Monkey Dory. Oh my god. Are you freaking kidding me right now? You cannot watch the first 20 minutes of this stream and say PDCGL is not rigged against me. That is insane. That is absolutely insane. Okay, we got a Wondrous Patch, but let me guess what's about to happen. Let me guess what they're about to do. Oh, I wonder what they might possibly do very soon. Let me guess, they're gonna have a third one. It's on the other side of the country. Yeah, this game really hates Alakazam. Like, I'll switch to the version that, you know, does well against non-ability Dark decks, and then we'll still lose. Well, I have a Spathra EX, which would really help, and I have Pokemon League HQ. 2 cards that make this pretty much an auto win, and of course, we're not going to hit any Dark decks after that. All right, well, they haven't been building up their Yveltal, so I guess that's something. All right, we can still win, which is kind of sad, but I have to, you know, get playable cards, which we haven't been doing. Wow, that is cool. All right. How do you take prizes? By attacking and not having your opponent just boss everything and get rid of your entire hand. That is how. I guess I should have put the Battle Cage down since that's definitely the obvious target here now. Wow, this is going so well. And then they're gonna put it, yeah, they're gonna put a Monkey Dory into play, and that just clinches it. Now we definitely lose. Yeah, they got Monkey Dory, they got Penny. So even though they prized the Precious Trolley, they just had everything they needed. So yeah, I was really worried about Alakazam. I did a couple test games, and it was like, yeah, it's okay, but it's not good. So I was really worried. Maybe we'll switch to like Clefable or something after this. But yeah, we'll play this for one more game, and then I'll switch to like the Espathra build. So press 1 if this is another Dark deck. Press 2 if PDCGL isn't rigged against me. We're gonna go first because we have Arbok. Fantastic. I mean, this is out of all the bad starting hands we could have gotten, this is pretty good. They're playing Harlequin. So what the hell is this? They got Zerosic, they got Leafeon. What the hell are we facing? I should take revenge against the creamy guy. Yeah, sure. Let's just draw. I was going to say, let's draw all the cards in case we get what we need. All right, so let's put that there. Let's put that there. And then we go end turn. And hopefully they didn't just rip the Zerosic. Okay, there's a Terra Orb and a Darkness. Wait, Darkness Energy. Does that mean they have Espeon or whatever it is? Or Sylveon or Espeon me? All right, so as long as... Wait. Oh, yeah, this is another deck that doesn't play abilities. This is another deck that doesn't need abilities because the evolutions don't evolvify. So the EVs do, the EVEX do, the Noctowl do. But as soon as they're able to put an Eevee into play, their deck runs itself. All right, we're actually not in the worst position now. Okay, so let's just take a knockout, I guess. All right, so I got that out of the deck. We might be able to win. Okay, there's Pokemon League HQ. We don't want to play that. Let's go Abra Kadabra. Ekans. And I mean, I guess I put the Mimikyu down because we don't have anything going for next turn, but we have double Kadabra. So yeah, let's just take the knockout since we have the double Kadabra. I don't need the Arbok this turn. You know, they only have a 4-card hand. That's something. Yeah, unless they're playing like Umbreon or something. But yeah, I would imagine it's Espeon EX. Or sorry, the other one, Sylveon EX. Yeah, sorry, they're both Psychic. Yeah, wait, what? That is Espeon EX. That's the bad one. That's the bad one. And also they have Frostlass. But luckily Arbok does shut off Frostlass, so they can't get the Frostlass into play unless they go for a TM Evolution play. Which I would assume they don't play TM Evolution. Oh, wow, yeah. So then it's just Espeon? Okay, so they're going for an Amazes. I'm amazed at how bad this deck is. All right, well, what do you think they're going to do? I would assume they get rid of the Rare Candy? I actually don't know what they're going to go after here. Okay, and also they play Frostlass, but like half of the deck is abilities. So they play Frostlass, but half of their deck is abilities. Oh my goodness, and they just ripped a Monkey Dory. Also worth noting, the only oh wait, is it random? Oh, it is random. So they got rid of the worst card, which is good for us, I guess. All right, well, let's go double Kadabra. See if we can get something playable. Probably not. I mean, if I hit into the Espeon, the Monkey Dory knocks out the Clefairy, which is really bad. But I guess technically I want them to do the thing. I guess? Right? Like, technically I want to be able to do the thing. So let's go Lilies. Okay, we got the Arbok. That's playable. That's a playable card. All right, well, let's go to Dunsparce. That did not help whatsoever. So I have the Arbok, but that doesn't do anything. I didn't get a Wondrous Patch. I don't have a thingy thing. I basically just have nothing happening right now. So in that case, I guess we just hit into the Espeon and see what happens. And yes, I understand they're going to knock out my Clefairy, but I'm just going to put the Mimikyu up front and then they can't really do anything. Right? They're going to... Yeah, I could hit them in de-evolution. That's a thing. But they currently, like, all they can really do is devolve my Kadabra, and that'll be slightly annoying. Or they can just use Psych Out and get rid of a random card, and it'll probably be the Rare Candy. There's a Crispin. Yeah, they have no attacker, and did they just fail the Crispin? Oh, well, yeah, they could retreat. Oh, oh, it goes into your deck. I forgot about that. I forgot it's not a de-evolution. I forgot that a maze is deck. So, do I just lose? Huh. Do I just lose the game now? Feels like I do, right? Shuffling the highest stage evolution card into your opponent's deck. Unless, yeah, that was what I was going to say. The only thing I can really do is just use the baby Alakazam and then take the knockout. And then that's what we got to do. Alrighty, and then, I mean, I can Tulip, I guess, but I don't really want to. Let's go Buddy-Buddy Poffin, get double Dunsparce. And just try to keep our hand size as bigly as possible. All right, and then I'll put Battle Cage down because they don't have a counter stadium or anything. They don't have a counter stadium. They got nothing. Yeah, Espeon's just really bad. Right? There's a reason you don't see Espeon decks. There's a reason why it's mostly just like Flareon and, you know, Leafeon in certain situations. Because Psych 160, like, yes, you can one-shot a Dragapult. If you're facing Dragapult, this deck is great. Right? You just have to have a Clefairy and you're fine. But if you're facing, you know, Kangaskhan or anything, you're screwed. Yeah, Mazes is good, but not against Kangaskhan or any, you know, semi-decent basic deck. So, you know, the fact, oh, here we go. I knew it. I knew this was going to happen. We all knew this was going to happen. We knew they were going to get the Zerosic. All right, so let's go get rid of these guys. And then I guess it'll just be the Lilies. And then I'll just Tulip, because we have the Dunsparce and everything, so that's fine. Yeah, I mean, that's annoying, but it's not... It's fine, right? We're knocking out the Fan Rotom. We're a knockout away from winning the game. That is a completely useless top deck. Yeah, I'm not as concerned as I probably should have been. All right, so Alakazam 1, 2, and then this guy. We go Alakazam there. And you go there. And we're taking the knockout, right? That's 20, 40, 60, 80. That's math. Press 1 if that's math. So if they get a Psychic Energy, they can knock out my Alakazam in the active. And never gonna let me down. I think it was just one. Yeah, I don't recall seeing a second one. And yes, it has 2 copies of Wondrous Patch. I think one of the lists has 3. This one has 2. So naturally, we can't find them anywhere. We probably prize both of them. All right, so they need a Psychic Energy or a Luminous. So Night Stretcher gets it, or just finding a Luminous. Or just finding a Luminous. But we do knock out Monkey Dory, which is great. So all I have to do is just go up with the Mimikyu, and then we win. And see, that's why you don't pop the Dunsparce early. Thank you. I mean, that's actually really useful to get the Wondrous Patch, because we probably weren't going to do anything. But the Arbok has been useless. 3 games. 3 games where it's been completely useless. The issue is that it's a stage... You butt face. Okay, all right. If that's how you want to do this. All right, that's fine. And remember, we get to sit through this every single time. Isn't that fun? We get to sit through this every single freaking time. Okay, there's a TM Evolution. Yeah, I guess we just go to Dunsparce. Because I knocked him out. Yeah, let's go retreat into the Mimikyu. So they actually just gave it to us. And then boom. Boom. And yeah, we'll go for, yeah, Poffin, De-Evolution. Anything that, like Charizard. Charizard's a great matchup for this deck. If you can get the Arbok setup, like any stage 2 with an ability, it's great. And they also put the Frostlass into play, which is going to slowly win me the game. If I could show you the Arbok, I would, but it's not in play. I'll show you after the game. Oh my god. PDC GL dev, can you not suck a butt, please? All right. Yeah, De-Evolution. That's hard, sorry. I mean, they might go for the something, but there's no way they can get another Espeon set up. They don't have any energy. They would need Sparkling Crystal, Crispin, Super Rod. Like, all the cards they need to launch another Espeon attack are in the discard pile. But Arbok just prevents them from putting any Pokemon with an ability from hand into play. So that stops Noctowl, that stops Frostlass, that stops Pidgeot, that stops everything. The problem is that it doesn't stop them from putting their Evolutions in play, because Evolutions don't have abilities. It would stop them from putting the Eevee down, but they could just Poffin it, spitting everywhere. They just Poffin it everywhere. So realistically, the Arbok is mostly just for things like Charizard. Oh, that's another one of the builds. Don't you worry. I got all the things you can think of, I got. All right, so we're just a de-evolution away from winning the game. And they are currently in a really rough spot. You know, that Monkey Dory was definitely a desperation play. So, VOD. Let's do VOD. Oh, crap. Wait, is heads good or is heads bad? I can never remember. No, heads is bad. Giving me head is bad. So, I mean, I guess I just hit into them, right? Because there's nothing they can really realistically do, right? We just go Arven to get out the Evolution and the Ultra Ball. And I don't need Wondrous Patch. I do need the Switch and the De-Evolution. So let's go get it to Dunsparce. Get that out of the deck so we have it in case they Iono me. And just, they can't really, they can do the De-Evolution play, or they can go for Psych Out and try to hit my De-Evolution, but it's very unlikely that they win this one. And Ryuichi, because PDCGL is a very well-made game. PDCGL, they care so much about their game, it's crazy. Yeah, but I'm not crazy enough to go with the full art version. You know, I'm not that crazy. Hopefully they don't know about Alakazam's first attack. Press 1 if you know how good Alakazam's first attack is against an Area 0 deck. Press 2 if you're about to learn a lesson like Manzanillo. Never mind, they didn't put any more basics into play. Oh, never mind. Here comes another one. Here comes the boom with Kevin James. So, like, they do realize that I got a de-evolution, right? They have to understand that I have a de-evolution. They know I have a de-evolution. They saw me get a de-evolution. They got a Poffin with their Pidgeot instead of an Iono or a Harlequin. At some point in the next 2 hours, I'm sure I'm going to be jacking off someone's mind. That is the hope. That is the goal, and that is the hope. I mean, I do just take the knockout, right? 91-20. Yeah, we take the knockout. So we're gonna teach them a lesson here. We're gonna teach them a hard lesson. That's the only type of lessons I teach, especially girls who are 18 or 19 years old who need a better grade. I teach them a hard lesson. Oh, Mr. Pilot, I can't fail this class. Can you teach me a hard lesson? There we go. We jacked off their mind. Yeah, PDCGL is great. But yeah, here's the Arbok while I update the thingy thing. I don't know what my ranking is, but it's probably like 1480 or something weird. So they can't play any Pokemon that has an ability from their hand. It's a great card against certain matchups. Against other matchups, it's nothing. All right, you requested Jellicent, and you said you'd give 5 subs if I played the Jellicent build, so we will play the Jellicent build, Nick. Hey, I just played Pokemon Lock. How was Item Lock worse? Jaw already done. Give me the gift subs. You didn't say I had to show it. You just said if I just put jelly on my toes, done. Give me them subs. Give me them subs. You know I have a fridge next to my stream setup with all manner of honey and ketchup and mustard and smooth peanut butter and jelly. You know, you can't use jam because jam is just hunks of fruit. So this is the difference between jam and jelly. Is jam is just fruit that's sort of like chopped up and stuff or whatever. Jelly is puree. So that's why you want to use jelly on your feet because there's no chunks. Did you see how good that last hand was? Did you see that hand had everything in it? I had 2 Lillies and an Arven, and we're facing I told ya. I told ya. I told you, as soon as we face off against... Okay, all right, bro. I knew this deck has a good matchup against Dragapult, but I knew as soon as we did it, we would lose. You know, this is a good matchup for the Absol version because it prevents them from putting Dracloak into play and, you know, Dusclops and stuff. And I can just use De-Evolution 100 times and win. But did you notice how as soon as we switched off the Arbok build, Nick, that wouldn't... I mean, I guess that would technically work, but then I'd have to... I can't use Jumbo Ice Cream because you're not putting the energy on the Kangaskhan. But isn't that crazy? As soon as we switch off the Arbok build, we get the perfect matchup for Arbok. Fantastic. And then also an unplayable hand. And as soon as we get Badooed, we get the Arven. Can I just concede? Let's just concede. I can't even play the game. PDCGL is that's not even going to count. I'm not even going to count that one. That does not count as a win or a loss. That's just PDCGL being PDCGL right there. You know, I've played this game for 4 years. I know when PDCGL is being PDCGL. And that game was never going to go our way. Badoo was literally going to 15-shot our Cornerstone Masked Ogerpon and win the game for them. Just, you know, I have an inkling. I always have I'm like a Splatoon player. Yeah, here, have every item card. Oops, can't play it. Oopsie, can't play it. My bad. And Mark, not enough to give me all your money. And so because I'm playing Jellicent and Frillish, which has 80 hit points, you have to play Precious Trolley with this build, which is slightly unfortunate. I mean, I could do the funny thing. We could do the funny thing. But we're not going to. I guess I do put the Defiance Band on the Abra. Because I'm banking on the fact that we have the Precious Trolley. No, they were tempting me. They were definitely tempting me. And Nick, absolutely. And Mark, you went to Europe? You know that Canada is a great place to visit. Give us all your money. You know, Canadians will happily take your money. Oh, wait, so is this not Kangaskhan? What do you think this is? This could be Dragapult. This could be... Kangaskhan. Oh, it's just... Oh, crap. Okay, so we win if I get a good turn 1. Oh, wait. We win if I have a good turn 1. Oh, wait. So we do win against Gardevoir if we don't lose, but we're going to end up losing. You know, if this was... If the roles were reversed, my opponent would have Rare Candy Alakazam bosses. And Lena, yeah, and thank you. I appreciate it, but we got the trolley. We got anything from the trolley. All right, so let's go TM Evolution. And we go this guy. So I want Frillish. How do we win this game? Let's get these guys. I'm assuming we have 2 to Dunsparce. We do. How many Jellicent we got? Wait, do we have 0 Jellicent? Okay, we got 1 in the hand. That's fine. And then I think it should be another Abra since I'm shuffling this Abra back into the deck. You need to give me a sub. All right, so I think in this situation, shutting off their items probably makes more sense. So let's go Teleporter. Do the thing. Frillish. You into play. And then Oceanic Gloom. And then next turn, what I'll do is I'll TM Evolution next turn. So we'll be fine. Because it's all on my feet right now, Lunar Shade. Oh my god, they don't even have to try. I'm riding the struggle bus over here, and they're just like, no, I just had the Darty. You know, I just had the Darty research. You know, I don't need. Who needs Earthen Vessel? Who needs Ultra Ball when you just got it like that? Let me guess, they got a Darkness Energy too. And ABC, oh yeah, it's great. They can't get rid of any energy. Yeah, all of their energy is... Okay, well, that's fine. That's good. That's actually really good that they put that there. So we're in an okay position. We can play the game. That's all we want, is just to play the game. And then we got a Lilies. All right, so there's a Jellicent. Are you kidding me, PDCGL? PDCGL dev, come on, bro. Come on, bro. This is pathetic. I'm not actually confused. It's just the visual effect, but like, come on, bro. Get with the times, man. Okay, so, yeah, I guess we just put the Abra into play, and then Lillie is see what happens. And that's terrible. Great. That is great. Okay, so we'll get rid of that and that. We'll go 1, 2. So, yeah, we'll prep this guy. I guess I do want to put a Kadabra into play. So we'll go that and that. But it's just a visual effect. This has been going on for years. You think the deck select glitch has been going on for a long time? This has been going on for almost as long with the confusion animation remaining. They've changed the confusion animation about 3 times over the last 3 years. They have not fixed the fact that the confusion animation will remain even if you're not confused. Because, again, super well-made game. Are you kidding me? Everything they need, they are getting it. Oh, hey, you need an Alakazam, or sorry, you need an Iono to stop Pilot from having the best hand in the world? Yes, I do. Well, here you go. All right, so I think in this specific situation, I play with my balls vigorously. And what I do is get double the Dunsparce. Oh no, I can play with my balls really hard. Like I can make my balls so chafed right. Oh crap. Do you see what my life is like? Like, do you honestly see what my life is like? They have no items, no tools. They haven't had items the entire game. And look at what they've been able to do so far. This is insane. And I love Bidoof. I'd rather you just gift me a bunch of subs. That'd make me happier. But it's insane how this game just loves to screw with me. It's like, oh, you did everything to screw your opponent over, but we're just gonna give them everything they need. It's fine. You know, who needs items when you just have all the cards you need in your hand? I don't honestly know if I have bosses in the deck. I'll be completely honest with you. All right, well, it's Iono time, I guess. Or does it make... Wait, I think technically, Stem, thank you for the sub. Thank you for priming with sub, or subbing with prime. Well, we got all of our useless cards, so I guess that's cool. I mean, we did get 3 useless cards. Literally, all 3 of them are more useless than the last. The Town Store is just the most useless. And then we got the Alakazam Energy and a Dunsparce. Okay. This actually worked out kind of okay. Not really, but I guess.
Return my balls, Bezos.
I think I have to. Right? I think I have to in this situation. All right, so let's go Battle Cage into play. And Mark, if Jeff Bezos wants to play with your balls, you have to let him. That's in the terms and conditions. All right, if I didn't give them a Darkness Energy, we knock out the Jellicent and then we win the game. And my Jellicent is still apparently confused. But Stem and Mark, thank you. I think you're the first subs in like a week. Yeah, the last sub that I got was Seto literally 7 days ago. I'm disappointed in all of you. As long as they don't have a Darkness Energy, we are totally fine. Well, that's fine. They literally, the Arven is useless. The Arven is completely, finally, the PDC GL dev threw me a boner. The PDC GL dev gave me a boner, and now we're happy. God, that is insane that it took this long. And then they can't counter catcher because I think they don't play bosses. They would just have counter catcher. So realistically, I guess what they're going to do is just knock out the Jellicent with Power Press, but they can't. Unless they have an energy in their hand, which again, they probably do. Ooh, interesting. Okay. But they could have... Okay, yeah, okay, that's fine. Yeah, I mean, I didn't really have much else I could do. They just, again, they just had everything. There's not much you can do when your opponent just has it like that. This is a fantastic hand, by the way. Fantastic hand. All right, let's go dimensional hand. So now we can both play the game, which is concerning, but I can knock out anybody they throw my way. And I can do things now. Like Voldemort, after being resurrected in Goblet of Fire, I can touch you now. I can finger you, Harry Potter. Ooh, Harry, I can finger you now, and it doesn't, and no one gets mad at me. Ooh, I look at my finger. It's all slippery because I just got out of the cauldron. My slippery finger can touch you all over, Harry Potter. Yeah, PTC Gel Dev. Yeah, it's like instead of paying for the game to work. Oh, right. They have a bravery charm. That's really bad. They have a bravery charm. So they can just go for Monkey Dory. They can heal the thingy things. They're just going hard on Monkey Dory. So I think what we've learned today is that Alakazam is playable if you play the right version and you hit the right matchup. Otherwise, it's god-awful in 2026, and I should not play this before rotation, and Pokepad will not help it because it's unhelpable. Okay, so what are they doing? So they're going to take, oh my god, now Gardevoir is going to start doing Gardevoir things. Okay, here we go. Maybe they won't realize Battle Cage is in play and they'll put the damage on, like, the benched Abra or something. As long as they don't bump Battle Cage, their Monkey Dory can't do anything. So that's something. And we have Rare Candy Alakazam. But I don't even know if I want to do that, right? Like, do I want a Rare Candy Alakazam? And... okay, chill, bro. Chill. Because, like, okay. Alrighty. Okay. I see how this is... PDC GL Dev, can you not make it so obvious? Can you at least make it slightly not obvious? Please? The entire game... this has been the entire game today. Like, at least try not to make it completely obvious. All right? You could at least do that. You know, some of us are just trying to have a good time. Yeah, you said the rest of the stream was going to be terrible. You could at least try and, you know, feign that, oh, we're not going to give your opponent everything they need every single turn. And then you just let it happen. Yeah, we'll do that. So we go Wondrous Patch and Poffin. So yeah, we go Klefki and I guess we don't put the Mimikyu down. And then we go Defiance Band. So yeah, Klefki's gonna shut their butthole right up. I'm gonna put some super glue between their butt cheeks and shut it right up. Okay. I can't use the Kadabra. That's unfortunate. And then we go Teleporter. I hardly knew her. And then we go Dimensional Foot. Yeah, how are you going to use your Monkey Dory now, bro? I mean, they're just going to knock out the Klefki, which is fine. And I don't have an Iono because that would make too much sense. Oh, thank you. Really, really useful card, that Rare Candy right now. Okay, so they can't use their Monkey Dory right now, which is very good. They, you know, they're the one Gardevoir player in the world playing Boss's Orders instead of Countercatcher, and they found it. But we got this. Everyone press 1 if you believe in me. Press 2 if you're a non-believer. And press 3 if you're going to give me a sub. Damn it, everyone's typing 2. Damn it. Maybe play it with Thorns. Yeah, you know, Iron Thorns. I could have Iron Thorns. I could have several other things. But like Klefki shuts off a lot of stuff. And Nick, hey, you type 3, Nick. Uh-oh, it's our worst nightmare, everybody. It's a Gardevoir player who thinks this is our worst nightmare. You know, the legends tell of days like this where a Gardevoir player thinks. Oh my god. This is getting comical. This is comical at this point. They just always have it every single turn. All right, so if they go up with the Guardy, if they attack with the Guardy... Has there been a turn where they haven't had literally every single card that they need? Luckily, they gave me an Iono, so we can finally start messing them up. Yeah, tragicomical. Okay, so they're gonna snipe, I guess, the Frillish or something, right? Yeah, I would guess they're just gonna snipe the Frillish. So then what do? I guess I just have to clear the board? And Nick, thank you for the gifted sub to Ryu Sham. I appreciate it. And remember, Thursday might be the last stream before Ascended Heroes. I'm not really sure. Like, Thursday is 2 weeks until Ascended Heroes, and I have, like, 8 videos that I have to do. And, you know, we have Perfect Order, the full reveal. That'll be up on Saturday or Sunday. So that's going to take a long time. And then, like, I have a rotation video. I have all the Ascended Heroes preview videos. I have a million other things. So, Ryu Sham, welcome in. You're now a 6-month sub, and you didn't even have to pay for it. Yeah, I mean, I guess I do that just to have the stuff in the deck. Okay, so we're knocking out the Screamtail. They're how much do you want to bet they're going to get their 1 Psychic Energy? I mean, I guess I abandon the Jellicent play and I just go for Dudunsparce. Yeah, I guess that's what we do is we just go for Dudunsparce, have the Dudunsparce. And I apparently forgot to put Gust cards in the deck. I think that was the thing I discovered way too late is like, oh, I forgot to put Gust cards in here. That's fine. And there's a switch. Well, that's the opposite of a Gust card. So... Oh, yeah, I'm an idiot. Whoops. I'm an idiot. Yeah. Forgot about that. I was too busy thinking about stopping everything that I was like, oh, yeah, I can... I just lose. Forgot about that. All right, so let's switch lists to something even worse. 1458. So that was Jellicent. Let's go to Espathra, okay? Espathra should be better, right? All right, Spartan. It looks like you're playing a Lightning Dark fighting deck. Got PDCGO, the biggest spoiler. The biggest spoiler in the world. Because for those of you who don't know, so never gonna let me down, you're included in this. For those of you who don't know, in the versus screen when you matched up against someone, it would tell you the types of the Pokemon in your opponent's deck in the preview screen. So it'd be like, hey, your opponent's playing a Dark Lightning deck, or your opponent's playing a Dark Psychic deck, and you're like, that's Zoroark GX with Tapu Lele. And would you look at this? We have a great start, except for the fact that we have nothing playable. All right, let's go. I guess Abra Klefki. And then Clefairy comes down. Clefairy gets that, and we go Klefki in the active. And yes, I understand that Klefki shuts off Clefairy's ability, but that's why I attach to the Clefairy, because then I'll be able to hit them for weakness. But of course, that requires to have an energy, which we don't have. And Ryusham, you are quite right. So all the Klefki does is really shut off their laddie ass, and that's not, you know, useful. Hey, we got an Arven. So if I have a way to find energy, then we are golden. All right. Yeah, let's get rid of the Psyduck. Get that. All right, so we're doing great. We got all the things. that deserves a pin. And Lena, I have not seen K-pop Demon Hunters, nor do I plan on seeing K-pop Demon Hunters. And for Wet Lights, we've been over this a million times on stream over the past 4 years. Yes, from an economical, and chlamydia, I'd rather get chlamydia than see K-pop demon. So from an economical perspective, yes, PDC gel is better than PDC gel. Boom, told ya. We beat off Dragapult players all day as long as I get a playable hand. And we got a playable hand and I beat off a Dragapult player. Crazy how that works, where if I have a playable hand, I can win the game. And that was barely even a playable hand. What was I ranting about? All right. They didn't need to make a whole brand new game to fix the economy in PDCGO. All they had to do was add credits to PDCGO or just weekly free decks or monthly free decks or tri-weekly free decks, I guess, because that was when the ladder reset in PDCGO was every 3 weeks. And the only real issue with PDCGO was solved. Just give us more free cards and the issue was solved. You didn't have to shut down PDCGO and create a brand new game just to, you know, give us cards for cheap. And the fact that cards cost anything, the fact that there's an economy on PDCGL makes no sense in the grand scheme of things if you think about it. Because, like, this game does not make money, right? The game makes $0. Oh, my God. Oh, hilarious. Hilarity is about to ensue, everybody. This is great. All right, so let's go. Yeah, I can... Oh, man, how do I do this? Like, I can get rid of the Defiance Band, but I don't know what we're facing. I think, realistically, I get rid of the Defiance Band, just because then I can, you know, do all the things. So, yeah, let's get that there, and sure, let's hold on to the energy in case they bump the League HQ. Because then at the very least, I can TM Evolvify. Are they about to Brock Scouting for a single basic? Oh, right. Sorry. Brock Scouting is 2 basics or 1 evolution, right? Yeah. Sorry. I thought it was 1 basic, 2 evolutions. It's 2 basics, 1. Are you... You absolute jerk face. You can suck my butt all day long. All right. So we have... Well, we have double Arven. I don't think that helps at all. Okay, and we prize the Precious Trolley, because again, the PDC GL dev can't come up with any original ideas. So we go Handy Fan, and then that there, and then end turn. And they're gonna get Dusclops, knock out the Abra, win the game. Yep, told ya. Told ya, Dusclops Abra win the game. And then just a Lilies for 8 for good measure, because why the hell not? And yeah, we're going to be item locked. And again, I tell you this, as long as I have a playable hand, I can beat Dragapult. We don't have one of those things. We don't have one of them playable hands. Oh, it doesn't say that it was, oh, I guess if you expand it, it says the PDCGL dev said PDCGO sucked. But yes, this is going to be another VOD exclusive. I wasn't planning on making this a non-VOD exclusive. I wonder who they're going to knock out. Huh, I'm racking my brain. I'm rackhaming my brain. What? Wait, they actually went for the Klefki? I mean, sure you take a knockout, but you have the Abra right there. Oh, wait, they probably noticed that they're playing against Trust Your Pilot. That's probably what they noticed. Is, right, I'm playing against Trust Your Pilot. And they probably just have a really good hand. So that's probably what it was. And they know that I'm not going to get a Lillie's. Yeah, see, they knew that that was going to happen. But they're not expecting this, I can tell you that much. All right, well, let's go Devolution, baby. Also, a Night Stretcher wins it for him. Nick, what Lillies for 8? What Lillies for 8? Yep, that's GG. God, this deck sucks. Okay, we're gonna try this again. Oh, I gotta take, sorry, I have to take my prize card. Sorry, the game is still going. Yeah, I bet you if I played Sprigatito, I'd actually get playable hands. Pheasantipity was my MVP. All right, so again, this deck should be able to do the thing. Look how much stuff I have in here. I have all the things in here that I need to win. I just decided not to draw any of them because I'm cool like that. I just thought it'd be funny. You know, I have Psyduck. I have, you know, Xerosic for funsies. I have the thing. And Nick, no, I forget to do that. You know, I forget to put cards in my deck all the time. Okay, we're gonna start the Flittle again, just to confuse them. That's always my strategy. When I don't know what I'm doing, I just, you know, start a Flittle so they have no idea what's going on. It's sort of why I choose to seduce women in clubs, especially clubs with lots of flashing lights, because that disorients women, and then they just lets their guard down, and they're just like, "Hey, you're Trust Your Pilot," and I'm like, "Yeah," and then that just somehow works. All right. So this is a Meganium deck. Do you know what the worst matchup for any Espathra EX deck is? A deck that can double its own energy. So the good news is that we do more damage, but that's about it. Okay, so they're not doing anything, I guess. So if they're not doing anything, I won't do anything. So, I mean, we're going to be drawing some cards, I guess. But it's crazy. No, I think they're going to go for Traverse Time. Oh, God. We had double Kadabra. I mean, hopefully this means we get a Lillie's. Thank you. And Nick, I'm really regretting not putting a Clefairy in the deck, and I definitely should have a Clefairy, but you think 11 supporters would be enough? Yeah, see, I told you they were going to Traverse Time. Wait, do I win if I get an I win if I get an Espathra. We're taking this. We're doing it. We're going all the way here, okay? If I get an Espathra, we win the game. Okay, so I want Flittle, Fez, Klefki. I think that's the spread. I think those are the cheats I want spread. Oh, I should have left a space open. Don't worry about it. Okay, and then we go... What? Okay, well, I'm not going all in. Boom, we got it, baby. We absolutely got it, baby. You bodied nerd. You and your Venusaur deck. See, this is all we needed was just a Venusaur game, and everything's fine. And everything is awesome. You just got dazzling glazed, buddy. I just dazzle and glazed all over your face. So yeah, as I'm doing like a cursory look at the upcoming Ascended Heroes decks, like there's several weeks of new cards I can showcase, right? And I'm not just talking about the megas. I'm talking like we got Light Ball in there. Light Ball's coming out. That's good. I probably won't play Gardevoir Spectrier because we'll see that a million times on the ladder. But Pokepad helps everything if it's coming out. Please tell me it's coming out. So there's a lot of stuff, and then there's just like bad new decks too, and then I'll get to rotation. So it might be like the end of February where we've started Flittle every game and no supporter. I really need to put Clefairy in here, don't I? The thing is, the strategy is that you're supposed to get an Arven Precious Trolley. That's the whole strat, is you're supposed to have Arven Trolley. I mean, who do you think you are? I am? I mean, I guess I just go Clefairy down and attach to the Clefairy and see what happens. Need Call Bell? No, I'm not doing more Call Bell. The thing is just I wanted to stay away from playing Cleffa and Badoo because I put those in good decks, right? This is a bad deck. I don't want to put, I should have put Klefki in the active. I should have put Klefki in the active. I regret everything. My life is a sham. Incineroar, I disagree on that. I do think Mega Evolution was, quite impactful overall. But I do see what you're saying. Yeah, there's a lot of playable-ish cards in the deck. All right, well, I can give them a 5 energy attack cost, which is kind of cool. Yeah, 400 hit points isn't going to save you if I give you a 5 energy attack cost. Okay, so let's go TM Evolution, I guess. So let's hit him with the old Pokemon League HQ, TM Evolution, double energy this guy, retreat, and then evolution into Kadabra Pathra. What the hell? Oh my god! I'm pretty sure I have 3 Kadabra in the list. There's at least 2, but I'm pretty sure there's 3 in here. And I'm pretty sure I have 2 rare candies, so we might have prized 3 Kadabra and a rare candy. And of course, they just have the Counter Stadium, because of course they do. They have Counter Stadium and Double Bouffalont. I can't even get a freaking, throw me a boner here, bro. And Vertrum's, exactly. Only in a Trust Your Pilot stream could this happen. And Jacoby, oh, this has been happening all stream. And we got the dev here too. So they're doing this in real time. Oh, you know, just a casual 300 on a Kangaskhan, no big deal. All right, so the good news is Pheasantipity is active. That's nice. All right, so we want to give them a handy if we can. I always enjoy giving people handies. So we go Handy Fan. Fez first, because I wouldn't mind an Iono or something. Or a Zerosic also works. We will take a do I want a Zerosic? Probably next turn, right? Yeah, let's go Arven for Earthen Vessel and Defiance Band. Yeah, we got to get rid of the stupid Battle Cage, I guess. So we get rid of the Battle Cage, and then we start doing damage and hoping for the best here. And let's Ultra Ball for a Kadabra. Oh, wait. Let's Ultra Ball for a Kadabra. Oh, wait, we can't do that. Okay, so the hope is that they don't have a Monkey Dory. They will have a Monkey Dory, but we're about to Zerosic away about 9 cards. Unless they, you know, they go Iono. Yeah, here come the monkeys. I know. But they have to attach to the Kangaskhan. So unless they just have another freaking Crispin in their hand, they have to attach to the Kangaskhan. Or I guess they can go bosses on the Abra or something. For those of you who've forgotten, there you go. There's this Pathra in all its glory. Whole glory there. Spatula? Is that... Wait, was that the autocorrect for Espathra was Spatula? Oh my... There's a Rosic? That's not fair. That is so unfair. Oh, no, never mind. They just had bosses. That's much more fair. I'm sorry. Yeah, sorry. That's much more fair. Good God. It's been the entire stream has been like this. It's cursed, I tells ya. All right, well, it doesn't even matter. They're going to leave it with 10 hit points. Oh, never mind. They just took the knockout. There we go. That's cool. Okay. We have to go and get the Fez back. So, yeah, let's Town Store, see if we can't, you know, do something. There's an air balloon, sure. Then we have to go play with our rod. Put back in the Fez, and I guess an energy. Then we Ultra Ball away the Alakazam and the Switch. Go get the Fez. Like, I don't need a lot to win. I mean, that helps. Okay, so they don't know that I have the Pokemon League HQ. And Alakazam, that would be great. So, obviously use a Rosic before Pokemon League HQ so they have less information available to them. But obviously they're going to keep like a Monkey Dory, and they're going to have a Monkey Dory, and then they're going to put 10 damage on the Espathra, and then have a Monkey set up, and we're going to lose. But maybe they won't. You know, maybe they won't just have bosses in their hand for game on my Fez. So they need 5 energy on the Kangaskhan in order to attack, and if they attack, they lose an energy to Psyduck. Vertrum's, it's Kadabra that I'm missing. There's a mist. Okay, that doesn't do anything. The mist energy doesn't matter. So the Jumbo Ice Cream, again, that doesn't matter. They currently cannot attack. And Lena, I do that for my yearly PDCGL starter guide video things. Oh my God. Wait, what was the point of the Super Rod? Oh, because just in case? Ah, they didn't get it. I only use it for practicing purposes, but now they're just a Monkey Dory and an energy away from winning. So they're just a monkey and an energy away from winning, which is not comforting. This is insane. This is truly and unequivocally insane. And I'm glad I didn't come into the stream thinking I was going to be making a YouTube video. I didn't record an intro or anything. Mods, ban Nick if there's another bosses. Ban Nick. Okay, it doesn't seem like they're going to have another... Oh my god. All right. Okay. No, see, they're going to go Pokegear for bosses. Pokegear for another bosses. Oh, I was like, we're not even allowed to know what it is? Oh, and you know, just a ruffian, no big deal. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is, oh yeah, we have to make sure we do that. The odds of everything going my opponent's, yeah, exactly. Ruffian discards a special energy and a tool from your opponent's active. Or sorry, a tool and an energy, a special energy from one of your opponent's Pokemon. One of the that was not your fault. No, that was not your fault. And Heisenberg, that game was a journey, and we took it together. No, you know what? You can do the timestamps on the VOD, okay? Never gonna let me down. You can watch the VOD channel. You can do the timestamps. Because I'm just, I can't. I can't right now. And you know, people are saying things like, oh, you know, they're going out of their way to, you know, make the game not as again, no supporter. To make the game not as powerful, but then you look at Mega Kangaskhan and it's like, hey, 3 energy, I can do 600 damage and draw cards and take 60 less damage and have 380 hit points. No big deal. Okay. Again, just give me a playable starting hit. They're going to have a better turn 1 than me. That's how this stream has been going, is they're going to have a better turn 1 than me. Was there an Empoleon EX? I would imagine there was an Empoleon EX, right? All right, so we want... I mean, I guess it's just going to be Abra Flittle and then Hope. Because I have Kadabra. Yeah, we don't necessarily need both. Yeah, so I could have played with my balls, but I decided not to. But yeah, there probably was an Empoleon EX, right? Let's see how bad uppercase Empoleon EX was, if there was one. Empoleon EX? Oh, there wasn't. There wasn't an Empoleon EX uppercase? Interesting. So Lettuce Leave. Remember, uppercase EX and lowercase EX are 2 different things. Are they? Did they? Okay, they're really thinking they're gonna get it like that. They think they're getting Rare Candy Dragapult and they're gonna knock out my Flittle. They're gonna get Hawlucha. They're gonna knock out my Abra and my Flittle and just win the game. Or they can just get a Dracloak and also win the game, which is almost as bad. And ABC, I need it for the last shred of my sanity. Oh my god. Nick, that's an impossible thing. That is insane. Hey, I'm going, well, it's not, you know, what I want to do. It's kind of mandatory because I have to work on so many other things. At least they didn't item lock me. That's cool, right? And we have our Fez. That's cool. So, I mean, I can knock out their Dracloak. So we do have things. There's things we can do. That's good. All right, so I guess we go is Pathra in the active. And let us leave. No, I do that to be annoying. I'm just an annoying person. I'm just a silly little guy. Just a silly little guy. Just being a little goober. All right, so there's Pokemon League HQ, even though they're just going to bump it with Jamming Tower because that's what they always do. And then I have to put a bunch of Abra into play. And that cannot possibly go any sort of wrong way, can it? Nothing will go wrong when you're having fun with friends. All right, well, the good news is that if they put a Neo Upper into play, they can't attack this turn. The only way they can attack this turn is if they gust around my Espathra. And the Badoo especially can't attack. But no, let us leave, you're good. I just do that to be annoying and facetious, and don't search that word on the internet because autocorrect will send you to a really weird site. Mad Panda with the 17 months, thank you. And you're not even subbing with Prime. That's how you know you're extra cool. But how many times do I have to tell you? If I get a playable hand, any Alakazam EX decked with doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You need 3 energy. I mean, they can Jet Headbutt, which is not good, but then they lose their Neo Upper. And I just put the Neo Upper on the Badoo. And then I just put the Neo Upper. See, I told you, they always have the Jamming Tower. And yeah, Vertrums were losing his Pathra. But it doesn't matter. They always have the Jamming Tower. It's insane. I told you, they always have the Jamming Tower. They can't attack. They have to use Jet Headbutt. But again, they always have the Jamming Tower. It is the craziest thing ever. It literally does not matter what the world is doing. They will always have the Jamming Tower. But luckily, they can only use Jet Headbutt this turn. But I mean, they're just going to knock out my Espathra next turn. But it's like, you think they would play 4 Jamming Towers. Like, no, they got 2. They just have 2. All right, so we have Devolution, which is fine. I'm not going to waste hitting into the Dragapult for an extra 30 damage or whatever it is. Ooh, that's interesting. So, do I go for it here? Because I can potentially... Wait, did I put the Abra down this turn? No, the Abras... I could potentially take the knockout. Right? I could potentially knock them out. Yeah, sure. Let's put this guy into play and see what happens. Yeah, so we got the switch. Okay, so yeah, I guess that makes the most sense. We have the Clefairy. We can play with our balls. There we go. We got it. We got it. We can't use the Psyduck, unfortunately. But we can get rid of that and that. So actually, no, we can. We can use the Psyduck. I can put the Psyduck into play and really, really screw them over. Yeah, bro. Yeah, bro. What are you going to do now, bro? All right, so Clefairy gets the energy. That goes there. Now watch this. Watch this, Linsanity. Wait, do I take the knockout? For each bench Pokemon? Well, yeah, I'm filling up my bench, so we definitely do. I'm filling up my bench, so we definitely do. Boom. And then the Psyduck. 360. Damn straight. Damn freaking straight, bro. That's how it's... And your Neo Upper's out of the game. Now what are you going to do? Shut off my items? Yeah, what are you going to do now? What are you going to do? You're going to make some babies with that dragon like Donkey did on Shrek and create some Drankies? Some Dongons? Damn straight, yeah. You know there's a concede button, Kentaro. Yeah, there's a concede button. What are you going to do now, Kentaro? God, it's so crazy. I don't think there's been a game against Dragapult where they just haven't had it, and then also they just got the Crispin, which means my Clefairy is about to get knocked out, which is not good. My goodness. They just had the Crispin like that, but do they have the Dragapult? Yes, they will get it. But do they have the Dragapult? Yes, they will find it. That is That is a certainty. That is an absolute certainty. I'll spill the certainty. Oh, I don't think they got it. The fact that they're thinking makes me think they don't got it. Okay, there's the Dusclops. That doesn't matter. That's a Dreep. Oh, they got the stupid Night. Oh my god. Okay, this is fine. This is fine. We still have the Fez. This is just crazy. Okay. Air balloon on the Fez. Oh, crap. I had the stupid jamming tower. Oh, God. I forgot about the damn jamming tower again. Okay, so we have Alakazam. I think we have Super Rod. So, of course, that's not going to help us right now. Oh, we don't even have the Super Rod, and I have no way of doing anything. Phantasmal Flames. All right, let's hate life. You know, can we do that? Can we hate life together? You know, can we just do that? Can we just have a party where we all just hate life together? All right, so let's go retreat. Oh, so they just win, by the way, because you know that Iono card that people sometimes play. Apparently, I forgot to put it in this deck. You know that Iono card that sometimes people have in their decks? Yeah, I forgot to put that in here. You know, that's my bad. It's insane. There we go, Saito. Yeah, there we go. Hate life together, yeah. It's not journey together, it's hate life together. So as long as they don't have an energy, we can win. You know, they are down. Nope, they got an energy and we lose. Great. I'm starting to think that Alakazam ain't it. Yeah, you know, I put 2 or 3 Iono in every single deck. And, well, that's why the Iono would have helped. You know, they were able to manufacture a knockout. An Iono would have helped. Yep, there's 3. There's also a Zerosic because I thought that'd be funny. All right, so we're gonna take out the Zerosic because that's been useless. We had Pokemon League HQ. We had all the things. We're gonna add a Cleffa because apparently that's the only card that'll actually help us win a game. All right, let's do this. 1444. Our win-loss record is terrible. And ABC. No, what happened last game is not what's supposed to, that's not the strategy. The strategy of the deck is to just put someone in the active who doesn't do anything and then attack with Alakazam from the bench. That was a situation I was forced into, like my first marriage. And then it turns out she wasn't pregnant. And then, you know, I left her. See, there we go. And then, of course, we get a playable starting hand. You know, we start the Cleffa as soon as I add it in there, but we have a playable starting hand. No, it's Lena, you watched the video. I compared Perfect Order to the previous 2 sets that were the first sets of the year, and Perfect Order is half the size. Perfect Order is half the size of Scarlet and Violet base set. What was it? Temporal Forces and Journey Together. So no, this is not normal. This is abnormal. Hey, do you know what is really great in this matchup? A card that increases the attack cost. All right, so let's go. I mean, I guess I put TM Evolution there, and sure. No, I think they're just taking a break. Wow. Okay, here's all your supporters. Trust your pilot. Wow, thanks, PDCGL Dev. Good looking out as always. All right, let's go for a Flittle. I should have probably grabbed somebody else, but whatever. I don't even know where I am anymore. All right, let's go TM Evolution. You and you. Sure, life is a lie. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say in less elegant terms. Is that because they're not starting a new generation until a year later than normal, the developers are probably just like, well, we can't do anything too impactful. And they're just like, well, we'll take a break and we'll stop thinking and we'll still get paid the same amount. And Joe, Tony, and Jamie, well, clearly you haven't seen anything else. Yeah, and then the first set of the... So the way it works is they release a new game in November, and then the first set in English will release in March of the following year. So Japan usually gets it in December, and then we wait until March. So yeah, even though Gen 10 starts in November, we don't get it until March. Okay, this is a great start. Okay, yeah, let's do that, I guess. Fartazon. Go get a Klefki. Make them suck their own butt for once. And then, yeah, let's get rid of the Arven. Go get 2 energy. Yup. I was, and then I get all of them. All right, so we got Alakazam. That's great. And then we have Pokemon League HQ, which would be great if the game didn't hate me. So is this a situation where I do the thing? Let's see what else we got. I guess we put an Abra down. So do I go for Pokemon League HQ? I think I have to because they might get another Monkey Dory, and this prevents them from, they can't monkey around. So flash back to the previous game against Gardevoir. They had everything, and we item locked them and tool locked them. They're not item locked or tool locked, but what they are is they're monkey locked. They cannot spank their monkey. That's what we have to hope for, is that they're just distraught after not being able to spank their monkey. Hopefully they can't bump the Pokemon League HQ. So as long as they don't bosses and they don't Fartazon, we win the game. Well, there's no bosses. As long as they don't get one of their... What? They have 2 stadiums, probably? Okay, well, I was not expecting them to get the stupid Gardevoir. And now they have a Frillish, so they can attack with the Frillish. Luckily, we're set up, so we do just knock out the Frillish. But that's still kind of insane, though, right? That they just got the Gardevoir, even though that would never happen for me. What? Okay. Are they just prepping for... I mean, do they not know that... They must have a counter catcher. They must have a counter catcher. But no, Warp Greninja, they had an energy in the discard pile. They could have accelerated to the Frillish and shut off my items. So that was a little weird. So they can't Pheasantipity, but most likely they have Arven or they have Counter Catcher and they can just, gust around it. But maybe they're too busy reading all the cards on the field and they don't know what's going on. Bad Guardy player. Well, we are under 1,500. We are in the middle 1,400s right now. All right, well, as long as they don't have a Gust card, I think we win this game. I think the only way we lose is if they have a Gust card this turn. They can attack with the monkey this turn, but that's fine. It's all about the Gust card. Megan Trainer sang all about that base. This is all about that Gust card. And, just a casual back-to-back Lillies without Fez or anything. Without a Refinement Curlia. Are they about to concede? And there's a Bravery Charm. Great. Okay. So I guess we start building up in Espathra. Yeah, I guess we just start building up in Espathra and going from there. All right, all right. That's fine. I have to assume they have a dust card now, right? I don't think you don't do anything. Because again, they could have attacked with the Monkey Dory. It would have been knocked out, but they could have just attacked with it, confused my Klefki, you know, set themselves up for a later Monkey Dory KO of the Klefki. But Nick, you were lambasting me with, hey, you gotta play Cleffa, trust your pilot. And then, of course, as soon as I put the Cleffa in the deck, what I thought was going to happen ends up happening. I start the Cleffa, and then I have no use for it, and now it's just sitting there as a free prize for a monkey. And remember all those supporters I had at the start of the game? Yeah, they're gone now. What is happening? Yeah, what is happening over there? All right, sure, let's do that, and then... Yeah, maybe their Gardevoir isn't glowing or something? I don't know. Okay, so let's do that, and then we have a Kadabra. Yeah, the fact that they haven't conceded is kind of weird. Concede these nuts in your mouth. All right, so... is Handheld Fan good? Should I use Handheld Fan in this situation? I'm not actually sure. Because it feels like it's a trap, right? Because if I keep their darkness energy, but if I keep the psychic energy, they can just... well, they can just retreat it off the Fez. And in addition to that, they can also just attack with the Fez if I put too much energy on it and snipe someone on the bench. So I don't know, I feel like against Gardevoir, Handheld Fan is a bit of a trap. And Ninja, I mean, sometimes. But only subs. And only people who gift me 100 subs. And who DM me feet pics. Because I'm playing 5 different versions of Alakazam. And one of those versions is Espathra, and this has been one of the more playable ones, I guess you would say. Doesn't mean it's actually playable, but it's more playable. All right, so there's a Mystery Garden. They still can't monkey around. Yeah, I guess, Lena, to your point, Handheld Fan would make a slight bit of sense in a situation where I can, you know, where they attack with Gardevoir, and then I keep energy on the field. But again, they can just retreat, and it's fine. Okay, so... there we go. They finally got the counter catcher. All right, so now we lose the game. Now the game is over. Now we have lost. Now everything is going bad. You know, we're going down bad. Everything's going bad. So I would imagine they're going to knock out Klefki. They're going to snipe the... sorry, they're going to snipe the Klefki. They're going to Monkey Dory a Cleffa, and then they're probably just going to set up somebody. That would be my... I guess, yeah, you snipe the Klefki, Monkey Dory the Cleffa. No, Venusaur... no. There will be a new annoying deck. I don't know what it's going to be, but it will not be Venusaur. Venusaur plays pretty quickly. Why? Oh, because they only have... what? What the hell? Why? Are they sniping the Kadabra? What is going on? Are they sniping the Kadabra? Lena, well, we still have... what is it? We still have the Ace spec. Are they knocking out the Kadabra right now? Oh, go for an Espathra. Oh, what the... what is happening? Why? I am so confused right now. All right, well, you want to leave the Klefki alive. That's fine with me. Yeah, Dangerous Laser. That's what it is, yeah. So Dangerous Laser still exists, but Iron Valiant is rotating, Brute Bonnet's rotating, Pecharunt's still staying, but you can't poison them unless it's Dangerous Laser. So it would have to be Baby Petulant, Dangerous Laser, and Venture Bomb. And Warp Digivolve. Yeah, that's why Dragapult's going to be the tier 1 deck for the next year until it rotates. Is because it seems like it would rotate, but no, it's going to be here for another year, and it, you know, it loses. Okay, they got a bosses. I guess that was their strategy all along. Oh yeah, Volcanion. They do realize they only have like 2 energy in the discard pile, right? Okay, they have 3. They still need 1 more. Okay, I don't know if they know what Espathra does. Because this could end up backfiring on them really quick. Okay, so they got it. So they'll put 3 on the Mega Diancie. They're going to knock out probably... I don't know what they're going to... Yeah, they're going to knock out Klefki, so they can't knock out the Espathra and the Cleffa. I think they're going to win. I still think they're going to win because the Diancie is a huge problem. And, you know, Gust is the thing I kind of had to sacrifice with this deck because you're trying to be annoying. Ninja, oh, they're still going to win. Don't you worry. They're still going to win. They got it like that because of the stupid Diancie and their double Monkey Doried up. Didn't they? Yeah, they already bossed this turn. Okay. Go for the Cleffa. Go for the Cleffa. Knock out the Cleffa. You know you want to knock out the Cleffa. Cleffa's got an ugly face. Damn it. Okay. So in this situation, we lose the game. It's great. They gotta go 1 more. They gotta reactivate Gardevoir's ability. Waste more time. Yep. They gotta go 3 energy. So do I take a knockout? I think I do knock out the... I think that's game. No, I think I win. I think I just won the game. I think I just won the game. And I told you this was going to happen. I'm pretty sure I just won the game. I'm not even going to check. I'm just going to go for it. I'm pretty sure we just won the game. And remember when I said like an hour and a half ago, I was going to jack someone's mind? You know, I'm going to Jill off their mind. Boom, perfect KO. I told you we were going to win us a game. And you didn't believe me. Oh my god, what are those prizes? Also, that de-evolution would have won us the game a lot earlier, I think, because it would have shut off a Guardy. I told you Mind Jack would do it. I told you I would jack off someone's mind. Yeah, the Espathra definitely sent them for a loop-de-loop there. All right, let's go to my patented triple Alakazam deck. Trust your pilots, triple Alakazam deck. You know, it was bound to happen. You know, it's the law of averages. It was bound to happen. That's why I hit on as many women as possible at the club. Because eventually some of them's going to say yes. Yeah, every Alakazam in Standard is in this deck. Right? Because there's only 3, right? Don't be so sure about that, Clam Burglar, if that is your real name. Well, we lose the game. Well, we've absolutely lost the game. Oh, never mind. Okay, we have a small chance of winning. So I think in this situation, I go... I got a great plan here. I have to waste my Prime Catcher turn 1. It's a foolproof plan. I have to waste my Prime Catcher on turn 1. What could possibly go wrong? All right, so that goes there, that goes there, that goes there. And boom, we get to draw 2 cards, baby. Crap. Yeah, I guess we just put it there. All right, so as long as they don't have an Air Balloon, Lunatone, Energy, we're fine. Watch them have Artisan, Arven, and game. Oh, never mind. Okay, that's good. So notice how the first time I put a Gust card in one of my decks, I have to use it turn 1 to just not lose right away. Fun times. Fun times. No, the Makuhita confirms that it's going to be Mega Lucario. That's... Oh, no. Oh, so they're playing the Salvatore build. Okay, the good news is they probably can't get their Air Balloon because they're not playing Arven. So this is a very easily winnable matchup. This is the game we've been waiting for all our lives, as long as they don't have a freaking Air Balloon or a Switch. Yeah, I would expect to see, you know, this to be on the fringes of like a semi-playable deck post-rotation. Because Salvatore does Salvatore survive? Yeah, it's an H block. So just basically you can evolve any Pokemon into any Pokemon without an ability. And Mega Lucario doesn't have an ability. So that could be a thing, right? But we don't have Squawk ability, but we're getting Meowth. So it's like we're getting Meowth to find Salvatore, which is really good, but we're losing Squawk ability, and we're losing Earthen Vessel. So the odds of you actually having the energy in the discard pile to accelerate is very low. You're better off just going with the Solrock Lunatone. All right, well, they didn't do the thing, so we're in a very good position right now. Okay, so here's what we do. We go 1, 2. We buckle my shoe. We take a risk and get rid of a Lillie. I know. I don't want to either. But sometimes you got to do what you got to do. And other times you just put a bag over her head. All right, so I got to stop using that joke. All right, so let us... We have an Alakazam, we have an Energy. I think I go Painful Memories, because again, they need to have a retreat card. And I have a strat, don't you worry. I know what I'm doing. The Azelf is going to be very important. There's 3 Wondrous Patch in this build. So instead of the 2 Wondrous Patch, because you can attack with the Azelf, I'm basically just going to win with that guy. Well, it also gives up 2 prizes. So I'm going to try not to do that. I want to win this game with single prizers. That's kind of the whole goal here, is just knock them out with single prizers. And that'll be funny, because they have to attack with Mega Lucario at some point, right? And I'm assuming that the Uxie is going to get knocked out. If the Uxie doesn't get knocked out this turn, we are just in... Yeah. They basically saved themselves 10 minutes of getting spanked by a pilot. And unlike the President of the United States, that magazine that I'd use wouldn't have my face on it. All right, so... Let's 1468. I mean, technically I've lost 7. Okay, that's not fair. A Venusaur player? Technically I've lost 7 games. But, you know, we don't count that one where PTCGL just was an abomination to us. It was an Emil Blonsky to us. Eh? Get it? It was an Emil Blonsky. Yeah, level 400, baby. Here we come. Oh my god. I think I have like 12 basics. And, you know, 3 lilies in that starting hand. But we did get one. Okay, we got the Uzi. The Uzi is the perfect starter. Yeah, it's a very rare company. You know, not many people are as crazy as I am to play this game for this long. All right, so if I just recycle Uxie, do I just win? Because they'll fill up their bench for us. Yeah, the Toadstool is fine. But the Venusaur matchup isn't great. I will admit that. The Venusaur matchup is a little tricky like a gym. But the fact they got rid of the Turos is great for us. I imagine I'll hit level 500 this year. That seems like a safe bet unless, you know, unless the views really tank on the videos and I just go play TCG Pocket. Unless the views really tanked, then I just go play TCG Pocket. And Frostlass Uxie, if it wasn't for stupid Monkey Dory and Dust Noir, wow, that's a top deck and a half right there. I still think we go Arven just to see what's in the deck. Yeah, we have all the Poffins. Let's go TM Evolution to get that out of the deck. Oh, it is horrible. The fact that you still can't do the thing is crazy to me. All right, so we prize the Azelf. That's unfortunate, but we're going to wear a bra, which is also unfortunate. Okay, so I think we just go Mimikyu down. And then Painful Memories. And ABC, but you have to get all 4 Frostlass in play. And that's not easy. But yeah, the fact that you still can't import or export deck lists is just insane to me. And this is why you play... Well, they're going to read the Abra. I would prize the Hyper Aroma half the time. All right, so they're going for the Mimikyu, which is fine. I mean, I'll just switch into the Uxie again. All right, so switch into Uxie, evolve into Kadabra. Well, what's the thumbs down? All right, and then I guess... yeah, we just want to go Evolution, Earthen Vessel away the TM Evolution, go get double energy, attach an energy to the Kadabra. We want to make sure we don't put the Mystery Garden into play quite yet. That would be dumb if we did. And sure, we'll probably save the air balloon in case they have another Kadab. Oh, I've never thought about that. We're going to Kadab them. Or half your Snower, exactly. But don't forget, Mega Frostlass is coming out in 2 weeks. I'll be whacking off with that guy. I'm just not sure, because there's like, what, 8 Mega Pokemon in Ascended Heroes or something like that? I haven't done them. I have to check. I haven't seen how many Megas there actually are. But I think there's 8, right? Let's see if I can name them off the top of my foot without checking anything. Okay, so Meganium, Emboar, Feraligatr, Electros, Hawlucha, Frostlass, Dragonite. That's 7. Is there another one? Like, there still could be other ones. Is there another one? I'm not sure if there's another one. Maybe there isn't another one. Is it just 7? Charizard, thank you, Lunar Shade. Yeah, and then Charizard Y. I mean, there still could be more than 8, but yeah, I thought it was 8. Just off the top of my foot. So yeah, then Charizard is the 8th one. So I believe that's all of them. That's pretty good. I got 7 out of 8. Oh my God. Fine. TQ, fine. Fine. You know, it's Clam Burglar size joke. They got the double Toadstool here. They are not having a good time over there. I'm just using Arven every single turn, but let's go for Lilies. Okay, so do I want Klefki? Klefki doesn't shut off anything meaningful, so let's go Abra. And do you see how good we're doing when we have supporters every turn? And do you see how bad they're doing when they don't have supporters every single turn? It's almost like there's a correlation between having supporters and doing well in the game. But yeah, I think that's going to be all of them. And we don't know if Hop's Pinsir, or if Team Rocket's Kangaskhan, or if Team Rocket's Cosby Helmet are coming out. And there's also a Lapras EX that still hasn't come out. It's just weird that we have cards that are over a year old and haven't come out yet. And Saito, oh yeah, that's a really good card. And Zekrom that'll be in the top 10. If anybody wants to give me some ideas for the top 10 best cards from Ascended Heroes, Mad Panda still waiting. We're like a top 10 Sum 41 song. We're still waiting. But that'll be number 1. If not, then it's wide open. I think my number 2 card is like Spectrier or something, and then Snowrunt is number 3. Ninja, not for the reason you're thinking. They have eroded cards before when they screwed up. Psyduck says, hey, Lena, that's true. Technically, I could put that in the top 10, and maybe I'll do that as like a bonus card. But we don't know if the non-holo, non-full art version is actually in the set, because the full art version is probably going to cost more than the promo. But it's only if the non-holo one is. Right? And there's a good chance, but we still don't know for sure. I think Canary's just outside the top 10. Yes, Mad Panda it is, but that's not saying a whole lot. Yeah, Canary, I think that might be like number 11 or 12, because Canary hasn't done much in Japan. I believe in the card, Lena. I believe in it greatly, and I can't wait to use it. The fact that they haven't done the thingy thing is weird, right? All right, well, I may as well get 2 cards. You know, if you're going to give me 2 cards, I may as well get them. All right, so let's go Wondrous Patch and... Sure. Actually, let's Earthen Vessel. Yeah, it's really good. And then let's get... Oh, no, sorry, we want to get rid of Clefairy. We want to get rid of Clefairy. We don't want to get rid of Klefki. We want to get rid of Clefairy. Okay, so I think we hedge our bets here, because they don't know I'm prepping for an Azelf here. Oh, right, I forgot about the Toadstool EX. I was thinking this was going to be another baby Toadstool. So yeah, Canary is a good card, but I think it's outside the top 10. Like, I think a 70 hit point Snowrunt deserves like the 3rd spot, even though it's not sexy, which is what I'll say in the video. You know, Spectrier is just a card that's going to be in every Gardevoir deck, and Zekrom is going to be a card that's in every Zoroark deck. And yeah, I mean, maybe Canary, but there's so many mid cards in the set, like Canary and Mega Meganium, that are definitely playable and not bad, but they're just like, they don't move the needle. They don't get it up. It's not like Mark Echo's PS2 game. It just doesn't get it up for me. Oh, I see why they pre-ordered. They think I'm playing this guy. Holy. Or no, they think I'm playing the other Alakazam. Joke's on them. Wait, how does Strange Hacking interact with Toadscruel? So, prevent all effects of attacks. So I have to be very careful. If I end up using this Alakazam, I have to be very, very careful that I don't target Pokemon that have energy on them. So that is going to be very, very important. All right, so let's play with our balls. Go get a Kadabra. Because I have de-evolution, so that's going to help a little bit, right? There's an Iono, there's an Alakazam EX. We have de-evolution. All right, so let's go Super Rod for Uxie, Klefki, Alakazam. And then we'll go get another Uxie, because this is just sort of like a, hey, if you don't do the thing, I'm going to do the thing. And we're not taking a knockout, so an Iono is not butt breaking. All right, so let's just, let's go Uxie. Right, Audino. Thank you, Lena. That's not going to be in the top 10, though. That's not going to be in the top 10. But yeah, Audino is the 9th one. I always forget about Mega Audino. Because remember, Colorless is at the bottom, or is at the end of the set. And the set has like 200 and something cards. So it's going to be at the very, very end. And also, it's a 3-prize Turbo Energize at best. But, you know, it's just, do I want to be funny and go Mega Audino day 1? Or do I want to play like a good deck and, oh, I can't believe I'm saying this, play Mega Meganium? Mega Scraft, there's number, see, there's so many, there's 10. There's even 10, yeah, I forgot the really bad ones. Finally, I can bump their stupid Forest of Vitality. Even though it's too little too late. If this was expanded and that was a Venusaur, they would have quadruple. They would be able to quadruple their output here. Okay, but they moved. Okay, I think we're out of Uxie zone now. I think we're out of being able to Uxie, but they keep. Does their deck only play 3 energy or something? This is very strange. Okay, let's, yeah, we can burn a Wondrous Patch now. And then I guess what I do is, yeah, we just go Painful Memories, put more damage into play, and then I have to take a knockout. Of course, we prize the Azelf, which would just win me the game against the stupid Venusaur. But I can do what, 240? And I can also just put the Mimikyu in the active. All right, so they only have the one Teal Mask Ogerpon. If I knock out their Teal Mask Ogerpon, like, do I go out of my way to knock out their Teal Mask Ogerpon with Alakazam? Because it seems like they're not going to be moving energy. Okay, they are going to be moving energy around. But then all they have to do is just retreat into a Meganium. Yeah, that's fine. This is going to get a little sketchy here. I think I have to take the knockout, right? Just because I can win the game if we get the Azelf off the prizes. That's all I'm thinking about right now is we can just win the game if I get the Azelf off the prizes. So why would I not want to do that? We have a 40% chance. Well, actually, we have a 40% chance right away, and then we have a higher chance afterwards. And that's the strange hacking one. Wait, do I start hacking off? Because no, I can't really do anything. All right, so we jack their mind. And Lena, my number 2 is Spectrier. Oh my god, we also prized the Prime Catcher. So we prized every single card we needed to win this matchup, and we didn't get the one we actually needed. Yeah, our lists are going to be slightly different. Because you don't have Spectrier on there, and that's actually the #1 most played new Pokemon in Japan from the set, because obviously it just helps Mega Gardevoir. Or it helps regular Gardevoir. Spectrier 3 energy, put 12 damage counters on any one of your opponent's Pokemon. It just lets Gardevoir snipe 120 wherever it wants, and it goes through Shaman. Yeah, that's a strong list. Like, I think you wouldn't be blamed for doing that, especially Pokepad at number 1. That's far and away number 1. Okay, didn't I Iono them to, like, 3 cards or something? Did I forget to do that? No, I Iono'd them to 3 cards. They just got everything. No, I definitely Iono'd them to 3 cards. BDC GL Dev, yes. We should win this game, except you prized my Azelf, which was a game-winning card. You also prized my Prime Catcher and my Tulip, but Tulip is an unplayable card right now because of the stupid Toad Scroll. Oh, no, wait, they have this Toad Scroll. I keep getting them mixed up. Okay, so I can Prime Catcher and knock out the Fez. Or no, I think I Prime Catcher and knock out this Ogerpon, and then just keep a bunch of damage in play, and then we win. But we're an Iono away from getting absolutely screwed. Azelf would literally knock it out right now if I just got it from the prizes. And Incineroaring? Yeah, it's kind of funny. Okay, well, that's fine, because they can't take the knockout this turn unless they put all their energy on... Oh. Oh. Oh, no. Well, things just got much, much worse. And, I mean, we know they got rid of a Turo scenario. We have to assume they're not playing a second one, and we haven't seen a PAL pad. Their timer is half mine, by the way. But Incineroaring, that's the issue when you print cards way after they should have been printed. Oh, okay, so I'm knocking out anything. Anything they give me is being knocked out, and they can't take the knockout this turn. Oh, because I have 2 energy, maybe they can. I think they're short of a KO, though, right? It's if they had 5 energy, yes, but I think they're just short of a KO, and now all of their energy is gone. That was interesting. I question that decision. I guess we go get a Kadabra or something. I guess we don't get a Kadabra or something. Sure, we'll get the Klefki. All right, well, let's jack their mind. Very weird. They should have attacked with the Venusaur. It wouldn't have been a knockout, but neither was that. Watch Azelf be the last prize. Okay. I mean, it's too late for the Azelf to really be meaningful, but it would have been funny if it was the last prize. All right, so I mean, they probably have it. They probably have game right now. Wow. I wouldn't mind me one of those things. Oh, so the last prize is a Kadabra. Awesome. Did I only put... Oh, no, we have a Kadabra there. We have a Kadabra there. So the last prize, I think, is a Kadabra, because there's no way I put less than 3, right? There's no way I'd be that crazy. Okay, so we can still win if I just put the Mimikyu up front, and then they don't have a way to recover energy. And also, I can get the other Alakazam. Oh, no, we have this Alakazam. So if we get Prime Catcher or something, we can do it. If I get the cool Alakazam, we win the game. So maybe I should have preemptively grabbed the cool Alakazam, because that would have won us the game. But I didn't do that. And they're going to take a jungle dump all over me. Come on, cool Alakazam. You know you want to show up here. That's not the cool Alakazam. All right, so if I had any playable cards in my hand, we would win the game right now. So naturally, we don't have that. So let's go... Not there. I guess it... Yeah, I think it makes more sense, actually, to attack with the Alakazam in the active. Right, because they can just retreat and attach Ogerpon to knock out the Mimikyu. So this way, it forces them to have a Gust card. Right, or they have to have... they still have to have 2 energy. No, because then they have to have Big Air Balloon. So they need to have a Gust card to win. And they would have needed to have a Gust card to win anyway. But they're down to bosses. You know, they've drawn their entire deck. They have drawn their entire deck. There's, you know, maybe the last card in deck or the last prizes of bosses. That would be hilarious. But they can't retreat because we knock out anything if they retreat. We win the game if they don't have a Gust card. And oh my god, your timer's going to be 10 minutes lower than mine. And yet if I sit here and wait for, you know, 30 seconds, what can you possibly look for? There's nothing left. You either have the Gust card or you don't. Countercatcher wouldn't do it. There's nothing left in your deck that can help you if you can't draw it. You either have it or you don't. So, Clam Burglar, you might have to be burgling something more than clams right now. The timer must be freaking out at them. I think maybe they just played the bug catching set to buy themselves more time. But this is literally 10 minutes difference on the timer. But if I take more than 30 seconds to think of my next move, the timer will start freaking out at me, even though we're 10 minutes different. Yeah, it seems like they might be trolling. You know, they definitely aren't giants, so they might be trolling instead. Clown Burglar got that one. And now we have officially crossed more than 10 minutes. They get the angry face. Just any time. Okay. Oh, they're trying to goad me into conceding. I mean, their name is Pierre, I don't care. But they should really change their name to BM Master. BM Master. So yeah, they're trying to run it down and get me to concede. PTC Jail Dev, the game does not have that functionality. Which is fun. So yeah, they're literally running down the timer as long as they can. And then they know they can't win. So if this was real life, we could call a judge and they would get DQ'd. They wouldn't get Dairy Queen, though. They would get DQ'd because this is PTC jail and there's no way to report players. We just have to sit here and we're held hostage by them. So that's really cool. Another great feature. Not a pit of. Oh, and see, they're going to solar transfer until their timer runs out. Okay. Oh, wait, they had game. They actually had game this entire time with Fez. They didn't see it. Oh, so they have game with Fez. Yeah, they're just going to retreat, and then they have game with Fez. That's crazy. They have game. Do they not know they have game with Fez? Yeah, they have game with Fez. So they just... Oh, my God. Come on, and okay, and then as soon as I click, yeah, there we go. Yeah, you don't get your extra prize. Yeah, it seemed like they didn't know they could do that. I didn't see it because I wasn't paying attention. I was just focused on how annoying they were being. You know, it's not my prerogative to look at your side of the field. But yeah, they had the Fezandipity for game, And if I hadn't prized the Azelf, and if it hadn't been at the very end of the game, we would have won much, much sooner. And PDC Jail Dev, you have a way to stop that from happening. You have a very simple, there's a very simple thing you can do that pretty much every other interactive game has. Oh yeah, and then we start the Azelf and nothing else. Of course. That is great. And then we just start the Azelf and have nobody else. Okay, so I guess we go Poffin for Arven. We Poffin, Arven, Energy, Evolution, double Kadabra, and then start losing. And Saito, oh, they have mods, but they're bots. They have mods on the forums, but they're bots who don't even read, who don't even have minds. Wait, what? Is this? They just got the legacy energy like that? Yeah, the forums are atrocious. The mods on there, they don't even understand the post. They just say, "Hey, send something here." They don't even read the post. Because I can't tell you how many times I've seen on the forums just like a rules question that's very easily answerable by anyone with a brain. And then the thing won't even answer. They'll just say, "Hey, reach out to our support team." And it's like, if you play the game for 10 minutes or had any understanding of the game, you can answer that question very easily. And they just don't. Okay, so instead, ooh, there's a prime catcher. That's not helpful right now. Okay, so we have Mimikyu, we have Klefki. I guess, I mean, we could be very funny here. I guess let's do we do the funny thing? I don't know. I want to do the funny thing, but I don't know if I should do the funny thing. We have Earthen Vessel and Air Balloon. I'm not going to do the funny thing. I'm sorry. I can't do the funny thing right now. Maybe we'll save it for later. Okay, we'll potentially save it for later. Does anyone know what the funny thing was or would have been? Press 1 if you know what it was. But against this deck specifically, it would have been a bad idea. Like, it wouldn't have helped as much. So the funny thing is, I prime catcher the Latias and then put Klefki in the active, and then the Latias can't retreat. But what they can do is they can, attach a Prism Energy, and then Ho-Oh, and then just do the thing, so we'd lose. So it's not as good as you might think. It's not as good as Twan might think. There's a Mystery Garden. All right, that's cool. I mean, I may as well Rare Candy. Prodigy, 0 retreat cost. So, yeah, let's Lilies and see what we get. Because I'd like some basics. That'd be pretty... I'd like some basics. That'd be pretty cool. No. That'd be really cool if I could get some basics. How about the opposite of that? Because Latias, it says you have no retreat cost. It's not you have a -1 or whatever. It's no retreat cost. With Gravity Gemstone, it's increased it by 1. So it's very specific that you have no retreat cost. And then, yeah, they got the... Good God. This game is great. This game is awesome. But if I can get rid of this energy off the field, then we're fine. Okay. I'm going to, I guess, Iono. I'll be revisiting Tinglu, don't you worry. I mean, the good news is his hand kind of sucks. The bad news is I'd like a playable hand, and I don't have one of them things. Watch me get a Wondrous Patch instead of an energy. Oh, well, we technically got that, but that's fine. Okay, so let's go Buddy-Buddy Poffin for Abra Mimikyu, because they don't currently have a way around Mimikyu, which is hilarious. And then we go attach to you and mind Jack. Don't mind Jack, he's a little slow. He's simple. Don't mind Jack, he's a bit simple. All right, so they have to retreat the Kangaskhan, but they can't bench but anyone they attacked with gets knocked out by Mind Jack, so they have to maybe take the risk. They might have to take the risk and just hope they hit flip 3 heads, because there's no one who can knock out the Alakazam. Oh, never mind, they have Roaring... Did they not realize that Roaring Moon would have won them the game? Just use Calamity Storm and take the knockout? So we're lucky they didn't notice that. Unless they have another Night Stretcher. Or, you know, they just retreat. You know, that's another thing they can do. They can just retreat and, you know, set up a 2-hit KO on my Alakazam and win that way. Ah, they saw it. Damn it. Of course they have the double Night Stretcher. Why wouldn't they have the double Night Stretcher? And they can also knock out my Mimikyu with their Roaring Moon with the attack on it. And also Chi-Yu is annoying. So, yeah, we lose this one. It's the deck that always fails, right? If I had a playable card in my hand, we would win, but I don't have a playable card in my hand. So, you know, the only way that Ho-Oh Box can win is if your opponent has a nothing hand, which is exactly what I'm experiencing right now. Oh, man. But they do have to get rid of 3 dudes, so they'll probably get rid of... Oh, they might get rid of Kangaskhan. Because it's too much, but they lose their legacy energy if they do that. So obviously Squawkabilly number 1. Not Latias. Maybe Kangaskhan. Yeah, so they lose their legacy energy, so that's nice. And they might have to fire off. Oh, if they fire off, they're gonna learn a hard lesson. Oh, this could be hilarious. This could be absolutely hilarious. One of the funniest things ever might happen. Something that's definitely never happened to me might happen. Okay. Oh, okay, let's see if they're paying attention. Powerful hand. No, I think what I have to do is just wait until next turn and then do the thing then. Because I need to be able to draw cards. So we're in a situation where I have to make sure the Alakazam survives. So we have to just do nothing, which is a great strategy. But if they don't see it, something funny is about to happen. And they also don't have a Terra in play, so they can't Area 0 again. But something very funny could potentially happen right now. Ed Sheeran, okay. But like I feel like if I trap the oh, they're gonna do it! They're gonna do it! Oh, this is great! They're gonna unless they have a basic fire in their hand. Oh, I think they're gonna make the mistake. They will be able to attack, but something bad is about to happen to them right now. Something very bad is about to happen. Okay. Please give me the card that we need. Please, that's all I ask for is the card that we need. That's not the card that we need. Okay, well, something fun could have happened. Nothing fun is going to happen. Oh, what? Hang on. Okay, so we go Prime Catcher the Latias, Klefki in the active, Wondrous Patch the Abra. And sure, let's go Devolution. Lillie's down because I just want to draw a bunch of cards. I mean, we're still definitely going to lose. But what if something funny happened? And nothing funny is going to happen. Nothing funny will ever happen. unless you look in the mirror because your face is funny looking. All right, so let's go Super Rod, Mimikyu, Azelf, Alakazam. Do we have a Kadabra? Because that'd be pretty cool if we could get one of them things. Okay, and then there's an energy. So let's go attach to you. And then end turn. Okay. So they can't retreat. Oh my goodness. They're down to Legacy, but they still have like 2 more Prisms. Which is terrible. Because then they can attack and win the game. And there's Gazerbeam, who streams 6 days a week. So you should definitely follow Gazerbeam for 6-day-a-week streams. All right, is there any... I don't think there's any way we can win, right? Because if I got rid of my... That's my only Gust... So this deck needs more Gust cards, but you can't really cut it. Like, you've seen how many consistency issues I have with the deck. And that's with... Oh, they got it. They got the Prism. No, that's the funny, that's the foible. That's the quirk with Prism Energy and Armor Rouge. Is Prism Energy only counts as a fire if it's attached to a basic. So if you put the Prism on an Armor Rouge, they can't set it up. So that was the funny thing. We'll just get rid of the win-loss counter. We don't need that anymore. We don't need that anymore. We're just gonna stop that. All right, this will be the last game of the stream. So let's see who's online. But yeah, I'll do one more stream on Thursday. It's probably going to be Sharknado with that Kangaskhan build that's been doing things in Japan lately. And did you see that For the Win copied a deck that I made like 2 months ago and tried to pass it off as new content? For shame, For the Win. Did everyone comment on his video? Yeah, but Pilot already covered this 2 months ago. I don't think we're going to get Double Dragon Energy and PDCGL for at least 3 more years. I don't think you have to worry about that. I do think you have to worry about the fact that we would have had the perfect hand if this was an Abra and a Dunsparce. And we had 2 Lillies, but we're about to mulligan into... Yep. We're about to mulligan into whatever the hell this is. Did you notice how we went from a playable hand to an unplayable hand? And this will be Dragapult. And I started the Cornerstone Mask. And they can just knock that out. Oh, it's Charizard. Okay, so we might win. All right, well... sure, we'll go you there. And there we go. And now we win the game. And PDC GL Dev, that's way too difficult. You don't want to hurt yourselves. Make it 1 card a month, okay? Take it easy on yourselves. And Skibbity Toilet, what do you mean you've been stuck on board draw? What does that mean? Oh, you mean, oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, there's not much you can do. You gotta rely on Mew and Fez and all your supporters and be good to go. Also, taking prizes is how you draw cards with Monkey Dory and stuff. What? What? Who hurt you? Who hurt you? Okay, so we go Grand Tree. Wait, is Grand, what? Wait, I'm having one of those brain things right now. Grand Tree doesn't work with Char's, what? Okay, let's see if we can't get a... There's a Klefki. We also got a Mystery Garden. More like Mystery Fart, am I right? Okay, so then we go Mystery Garden. And... Yeah, we'll go into you. I don't need to draw cards with Kadabra. So we can evolve without any issue. But we prize the Kadabra, so there is big issue. Oh, and I forgot to... It's fine. So they have to attack with Bombardier, which is kind of funny. And yeah, but it's a little much. Oh, there goes all of our playable cards. I should have evolved the Abra with the energy on it, but I always screw up and can't remember how it works. Okay. Do you want to see this expert level play I'm about to pull off here? Oh, never mind. Never mind. I can still potentially do... Actually, I can still do it. Okay, so we go Abra, Dunsparce, and then I retreat into Abra. We go Wondrous Patch into Alakazam. Iono. So if we get an energy, we knock out the Bombardier. But then they just knock out my Alakazam. And of course we did not get energy, because that would make too much sense. That would have made way too much sense, and we can't have that in this world. Alright, so I guess I just sacrifice the Klefki in this situation. And yeah, Dunsparce down. Seems like a fair trade. Yeah, we need Silent Lab. Yeah, give us Regidrago V-Star and Double Dragon Energy. Nothing bad can happen there. Alright, you want to devote 3 energy to knocking out a Klefki? Go ahead. Make my day. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, I can de-evolutionify them if they get a little too crazy. But, you know, everything was set up there. If all I'd done was just evolve this guy with the TM evolution, but I really thought there was 2 Kadabra in the deck, and that was my downfall. Alright, so they're gonna... What? They got 3 Pidgey and Kofu. I guess somebody hurt them, and they had way too many instances of having energy in their hand, but... Like, Iono is better? Right? Like, Iono is better than Kofu for doing the thing. Oh, that's funny. Okay, I know they have the Pidgeotto, so the de-evolution is not going to do anything, but this should be okay. Now, the question is, do you think they're going to send the Bombardier back into their hand? I don't think they will. So the question I have to answer is, do I knock out the Bombardier, or do I two-shot it and let them have their bosses have, you know, just bosses all day long? Are they going to do... Oh, they did it. And we got the glitch. Not only did they do the thing, but we also got the magenta card glitch. Okay, so they have to get bosses every single turn, which is very annoying for us. And all we're going to do is take a prize, which is not as useful as you might think. And also there's a chance I don't take a prize, which would be equally bad. Okay. Heart of the cards, baby. We're going to get an energy. We got an energy. We have that. I can Ultra Ball away, I guess, the Battle Cage. And that energy. We go get Kadabra. Okay. The problem is that I can't knock out the Pidgeot at any point. I'm just not doing enough damage with the Pidgeot that I can't knock it out. So I have to go Dimensional Hand, knock out the Pidgey. They will bosses my Alakazam. Because Counter Catcher is not active yet. So the bosses... Oh, I have a bosses. I remembered. It's a rare moment where I remembered to do something correctly. And also their hand is still broken. So how many cards are broken in their hand? Wow, there's 3. That's a record. So there's 1, 2, 3 separate cards. That's how many times it takes to get the center to the Tootsie Pop. Is you gotta 3 cards are banned, or 3 cards are magentified. So what we learned today is that Alakazam EX does not have a place in standard. 120 damage is too low. They're gonna have a bosses. They're gonna knock out my Alakazam. That's fine. But eventually they'll run out of bosses. Eventually they'll run out of bosses, right? Eventually? At some point? Okay. So that'll be, yeah, that goes there. And then that'll go there. I need to put, I guess, the Mimikyu down. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one. I don't know if I have a way to get Alakazam though. I must have an Ultra Ball in the deck, right? Yeah, there must be an Ultra Ball in the deck. Let's get rid of Iono Wondrous Patch. Go get Alakazam. Okay, and then... But they're gonna do the thing. That's the problem. They're gonna do the thing. They're gonna boss again. But I have Dimensional Foot. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, just Alakazam, it is not ripe for anything. There's nothing special about it. There's just too much Gust. You know, if I played Team Rocket's Watchtower, that would stop Pidgeot and help a little bit. But then it's like against decks that don't have colorless abilities, then it's just a waste of time. You know, it's like JoJo said, you're a waste of time. Get out, leave. So the bosses one more time. What a shock. Okay, so let's put Mimikyu in the active. They probably think I'm trying to do something clever, but I can't actually do anything. There's an Arven. That's cool. Yeah, let's just let them have it. They'll have a third Gust card or something. Oh, Dr. Croak, it's a top 10 deck, but I was trying to see if Alakazam EX is any good, and the answer is a resounding no. So let's see who's online to raid. Is anyone online to raid? Impact Gaming Center is doing some IRL play, so we'll raid them. Triple bosses, of course. Looks like they're between rounds, but I'll still raid them. So do not play Alakazam EX. It is terrible. I'll be back on Thursday with Mega Sharknado. So again, why do you have to fart on me? Who was like, hey, we should make a winner animation of and only be on the female avatar and she gets to fart on you? That's some weird thing that the dev is into. PDC Gel Dev, what is wrong with you? Why would you introduce something like that? And it's only on the women? That's just exploitative. So I will see you all later, and yeah, Impact Gaming, make a positive impact on their stream.